I have never done a journal spread specifically for eating disorder recovery, but I got these new stamps, I'm ready to play, and I invented this recovery spread, and I can't wait to show you. Maybe it'll help you. Come on, let's jump right in. Hello there! For those of you who are just joining me for the first time, my name is Erin, and I like to help people in recovery from an eating disorder to heal themselves using creativity. Bullet journaling has been my thing for the last several months now, and this week's video is no different. I'm into my bullet journal again. I recently received what is, I guess, now going to be my final order ever from Amazon. That's another topic for another day. But it just so happened that my last order from Amazon was a little stamp set. And my gosh, I'm so excited to try this out. I had to jump right in as soon as it came and make a new spread with it. So you see here a little acrylic block, it's clear, and I can stick these little individual stamps right onto the acrylic block, and that way I can see where I'm stamping, so it's super fun. And the stamps themselves, this set, is a set of little tiny calendar stamps to use in my bullet journal. So the stamps themselves, each little number on this calendar, will fit into one of the little square grids on my dot matrix paper in my bullet journals. So this will help me in that I won't have to write out a calendar over and over and over again all the time when I'm making new spreads, because I do like to have a calendar handy on my day-to-day kind of spreads as I'm working on them. So this first spread you see me doing is a weekly spread. I love to have this weekly task, like a rolling task list on my weekly spreads. I've been doing it for a while now, and I don't see myself changing anytime soon, because I find my schedule pretty unpredictable in that I don't know how I'm gonna feel any given day, and I am very fortunate to be in a position where I can pick and choose, because I work for myself. I can pick and choose what things I'm working on a day-to-day basis. So that rolling task list helps me to keep a running list of things that need to get done, and then I just cross them off as I do them. Here you see me venturing out a little bit. You all know, if you've been watching my videos for a while now, you all know that I love a Dutch door. I love them horizontal, I love them vertically, I love faux Dutch doors. And this week's spread, I'm going to do another vertical spread because I have really been enjoying them, but I'm putting these little tabs on them so I can flip back and forth easily between the days of the week as I'm working through the week in my bullet journal. It's kind of reminiscent of school days. I used to love putting the little tabs on the edges of my papers and my binders in school. You know, I've always been a bit of a stationery nerd, I guess. So there are the 3 tabs, of course, Monday, Wednesday, Friday on the front side, and then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday on the back side. You'll notice in this spread, I do not put Sunday in. I have decided that I need to avoid work on at least one day a week, and so I'm not putting Sunday in my weekly spreads anymore. If there's something that I need to do on a Sunday, I'll put it in the notes. All right, I'm going to slow this down for you because I think you all deserve the privilege of watching me use this fantastically adorable stamp in real time, not sped up. So one of the cool things about this stamp is you select your monthly grid of numbers based on what day of the week the calendar starts for that month. And you'll see this, they've all got 31 numbers on them, but there aren't always 31 days in a month. So I'm cutting off the ink so that it doesn't stamp the bottom row, and then I'm cutting off the ink so it doesn't stamp the 31, because in June there are 30 days. So that way I've only inked 1 through 30, and when I stamp it, I won't have to muck around with trying to take ink off of the number 31 or anything. So when I stamp it, it just comes out as if I planned it that way. And then it comes with the 2 options for headers, with Monday starting the week or Sunday starting the week, depending upon which way you like your calendar to be laid out. And that acrylic block is so nice because you can see exactly where you're stamping. You might have noticed in the beginning of the video, I was using markers on this stamp, and that is an interesting little trick. If you've got some stamps at home that you want to be using in your bullet journal, but you don't have the right color of stamp pads, you can use water-based markers on, as far as I know, on any stamp. You just color the raised part of the stamp with the marker, and then when you stamp it, it then of course comes out in the color that you used to color on the stamp, which is fun. Makes your craft supplies go a little bit further. We're just going to color in all of the little red stripes on my straw. And of course, all this month I've been using a lemonade theme, and that was a theme that was chosen on my Instagram and Facebook accounts. If you don't follow me there, then you can find me, Erin Witherspoon, in both places. I will probably very soon be posting another poll to find out what you guys think I should do for a theme in July. I have some fun ideas, but I'm gonna poll my people again and let you guys help me decide. So I always put a little notes section so that if there's anything extra that comes up, I've got a place to put it. And there you have it, Dutch doors with tabs. All right, let's jump into this. I'm so excited about this. A brand new recovery spread. I have never put any of my eating disorder recovery tools into my bullet journal. I've always kept them separate in separate notebooks and in my my journaling book. But this week, I've decided that since I am struggling so hard with meal prep right now, the pandemic has thrown a real wrench into the recovery plans of many of us. And one of the biggest challenges that I am facing right now is my Edie, who is the voice of my eating disorder. She's been pretty crafty at convincing me that I don't have the stuff that I need in my pantry to make meals, and therefore she encourages me to restrict. And it's just been a snowball effect. So what I've decided to do is at the beginning of each week, when we do our grocery order, plan several different meals that I can cook with the order that we're putting in for groceries. And I'm gonna put the recipes into my bullet journal. And in the times when that Edie voice is trying to convince me that I should restrict because I don't have what I need to cook, I'll be able to ignore her and completely ignore her. Just pull out a recipe and go ahead and get cooking. You'll see how that'll all work in just a minute when I show you the next steps on this spread. Okay, so I'm going to turn the page, and on the second page I've got this all penciled in, and you do know I love to cut up my journals, so I'm cutting this page out and I'm saving it because I'm going to need it in a minute. And I've got this sketch all doodled out, and so it is a jug of lemonade, so I'm going to draw that in. You'll notice that I saved the piece that I cut out from above this jug of lemonade, and like I mentioned, I'll need that in a minute. So I've set it to the side, and I'm going to grab it again here in just a second. And there's that cute little straw. And I do like the red striped straws, so we're gonna put some more red stripes on this straw. And then we'll move on to color in the lemon and the lemonade. Alright, so that page was cut off just over halfway down. I'm going to use some washi tape, and this is the cutest little green grass washi tape. I'm going to just take both pages and wrap it around the bottom of both pages, and it's going to make a little pocket. So I'll do the same thing with some of that grass washi tape. I'll run it up the side of the pocket, and then tape both of those pages together again. And now, yeah, there you have it. There's a little pocket. So bring back that little chunk of paper that I cut away, and I'm going to actually cut this chunk of paper into strips. I saved some of the paper from my Dutch doors on the weekly spread that I just finished as well earlier in this video. So I've got a couple extra pieces here. So I'm cutting them all about the same size. I'm going to take a little strip of washi tape, and this has just got some fun lettering in red on the top of them just to kind of help them stand out a little bit, because I'm going to tuck them into that little pocket, and with that washi tape it's really easy to see the top of them and I can grab them out. What I'm going to do is put recipes on these, and I can just pick them out when it's time to cook, and I already have a meal right on the little tab. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a great time making it for you. Please feel free to subscribe if you do, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, friend!